It's Sunday, August 22nd, 2010.
Proud to cover 19 counties in northeast and central Pennsylvania. This is WVRE Eyewitness News.
Good morning to you, and thank you for joining us on Eyewitness News. I'm Doug Curran. We'll get to news in just a moment, but first let's check in with meteorologist Kevin Dirk. You've got your work cut out for you today, my friend.
Oh, wow, it's going to be busy.
Raining.
It's going to be busy in here today.
Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. A Dixon City fire kills a young girl and injures her 4 other family members. The flames broke out around 1 a.m. Saturday morning. As Eyewitness News reporter Lori Monaforti tells us, people who know the Cusick family are grief-stricken. There is still no word on what caused that fire. We checked with Lehigh Valley Hospital Burn Center this morning, and 40-year-old Lori Cusick and her 6-year-old daughter Amanda remain in critical condition there. Now to Lycoming County, where a garden center near Montgomery was nearly burned to the ground. BJ's Garden Center in Clinton Township went up in flames around 6 a.m. Saturday morning. It kept Route 15 closed near the fire scene for most of the morning while crews battled those flames. There is no word on a cause at this hour. A Honesdale man is dead after a crash in Pike County. Police say 69-year-old John DeVito Jr. was traveling westbound on I-84 in Dingman Township when he lost control and crashed into a rock embankment. It happened around 6:30 Saturday evening. DeVito was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say he was not wearing a seatbelt at the time of that crash. And a dirt bike rider in Luzerne County has been slapped with charges after smashing into a car. It happened yesterday afternoon around 2 o'clock in Warrior Run. Police say the man on the unlicensed dirt bike was speeding in the 300 block of Chestnut Street. He spotted a car pulling out of a driveway and tried jumping off the bike but could not avoid the collision. The unidentified dirt bike driver was taken to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley with non-life-threatening injuries. Also in Luzerne County, a crash in Kingston Township sent a man to the hospital. A Jeep and motorcycle collided Saturday afternoon around 2:30 in Trucksville at the intersection of Carverton Road and Route 309. The man on the motorcycle was injured and taken to Geisinger. No one in the Jeep was hurt. 2 dangerous dogs are running loose in the Poconos this morning. The medium-sized dogs, pit bull boxer mixes, have been spotted recently running together in East Stroudsburg. They are brown with black markings. Police say the 2 dogs chased and mauled a deer yesterday morning near Buttonwood Trailer Park and killed 2 cats within the last week. Needless to say, they are dangerous. If you see or know of the dogs' locations, you're asked to call Stroud Area Regional Police or 911 immediately. As the industry of natural gas drilling grows, more opponents are speaking out. People worried about the environmental impact of the Marcellus Shale drilling project held a free concert rally Saturday in Luzerne's Back Mountain. As our Mark Hiller reports, their message was clear. The group Citizens in Action organized Gastock. It will sponsor a seminar September 14th in northeastern Pennsylvania to advance plans for a mass movement opposing natural gas drilling statewide. Another music-filled event in Luzerne County helped people say goodbye to summer. It certainly feels like that this morning. Summer's Cool on the Square was the city of Wilkes-Barre's way to celebrate the end of the season. The free event was aimed at bringing together families, businesses, and college students. Besides live entertainment, it also featured children's activities and several downtown business specials. Still to come this morning on Eyewitness News, finding out what went wrong. Investigators are getting closer to that answer in the Gulf. All right, Kevin, thank you very much. BP is beginning another round of delicate work at the oil spill site in the Gulf. Under the supervision of federal investigators, the oil giant is preparing to remove the failed blowout preventer. The equipment could provide critical insight into what went wrong. But as Brian Moore reports, federal officials are being careful to ensure the work will not lead to a new leak. Also this morning, a large brush fire is burning along California's central coast. The fire began Saturday afternoon in Los Padres National Forest and has already burned 2,500 acres. Fire crews with help of other area agencies are battling the flames from the air and ground. The fire is not threatening any structures right now, but several nearby campgrounds have already been evacuated. Authorities have not said what exactly started that fire. Swedish authorities have withdrawn an arrest warrant that was issued for WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange. He's still facing molestation accusations, but no charges have been filed. Swedish prosecutors had issued a warrant for Assange after accusations of rape and molestation. The charge of rape was dropped, though. WikiLeaks has recently gained attention in the media for its release of thousands of leaked documents about the war in Afghanistan. Meantime, Iran began loading fuel into its first nuclear power plant. Russia and the UN officials watched over Saturday as engineers started the week-long process. Russia says it will make sure none of the reactor's fuel will will be used to make nuclear weapons. It's a major milestone for Iran as the country pursues its nuclear program despite being sanctioned by the United Nations. Iran says it will be used for peaceful purposes, but some are concerned it could be used for making weapons. And there's an offer on the table for former USDA official Shirley Sherrod. Sherrod was forced to resign last month after a conservative blogger posted excerpts from a speech she gave depicting her as a racist. The NCAA, the USDA, and others condemned the remarks before hearing it in full context. Now, Sherrod was meeting with the Secretary of Agriculture this week. She is expected to be offered a position of Deputy Director in the Office of Advocacy and Outreach. Still ahead this morning on Eyewitness News, a childhood toy is going extreme. We'll go inside Pogo Palooza. Looks like a lot of fun. We'll tell you all about it coming up. Sounds like a reality series for MTV.
Yeah, but you know what? They have
My
to
pogo stick.
make it more interesting by having snake pits there or broken glass. So if you fall, you pay the price.
I still think they should do a series of just the falls. I mean, I don't know about you. I think it's kind of like a guilty pleasure. People like to see other people fall on those things. I mean, they train so hard for these things, and then,
They
stuff
fall.
like that happens.
Now that happens. Just like we train so hard to predict good weather, and what do we got? We got
Hear
rain
all the
today.
rain upstairs right now. Watching the game yesterday, I love watching the World Series, the Little League World Series. That is.
Yeah.
You can really tell they're playing because they love the game.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And they're not playing for a paycheck, obviously.
Not yet.
The
but
pitching was entertaining too.
I haven't seen any of the games yet, though.
You haven't?
No, I haven't seen any. I was hoping to see them today, but it's going to be a toss-up whether they play or not.
Yeah, well, we'll keep an eye on that. Thanks, Kevin. We have
Okay.
some birthdays to celebrate this morning.
Yes, we do.
Jocelyn Van Tool of Shavertown is turning 3 years old today. Happy birthday, Jocelyn. Love your family. Who's in Hollywood? Still to come this morning on Eyewitness News, more than just an annoying voice and directions. GPS systems are helping keep new families together.
Really,
You're watching WBRE Eyewitness News.
Welcome back. It's 9:25. Hospitals all over the world are starting to use GPS devices to track newborn babies in their nurseries. Lupita Murillo finds out how it works in this morning's Health Beat. And that was Lupita Murillo reporting. Still to come this morning on Eyewitness News, a recap of the morning's headlines. Still ahead, plus last night's sports highlights. But first, here are last night's winning lottery numbers. If you played, good luck.
Proud to cover 19 counties in northeast and central Pennsylvania. This is WBRE Eyewitness News.
Good morning to you. It is just before 9:30. Hi, I'm Doug Curran. We'll get to news in just a moment. Let's check in with meteorologist Kevin Dirk. I tell you what, we were just talking about the Little League World Series. They're going to have some rough times out there today if they're taking the field.
Yeah, it's going to be wet.
That's
We need
true.
it.
The lawn is looking a little brown.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin, thank you. A Lackawanna County family is coping with the loss of a child and serious injuries for 2 other family members after a devastating fire. Flames broke out inside the Cusick home here on Dundas Street in Dixon City early Saturday morning. 12-year-old Rachel Cusick was trapped inside a second-floor bedroom. She could not escape and died from carbon monoxide poisoning. Rachel's 6-year-old sister Amanda and mother Lori were flown to a hospital with serious injuries. Her father Pat and 16-year-old brother CJ suffered minor injuries. Neighbors say, though, the loss is great. A Honesdale man is dead after a crash in Pike County. Police say 69-year-old John DeVito Jr. was traveling westbound on I-84 in Dingman Township when he lost control of his car and crashed into a rock embankment. It happened around 6:30 Saturday evening. DeVito was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say he was not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash. And a dirt bike rider in Luzerne County has been slapped with charges after smashing into a car. It happened yesterday afternoon around 2 o'clock in Warrior Run. Police say the man on the unlicensed dirt bike was speeding in the 300 block of Chestnut Street. He spotted a car pulling out of a driveway and tried jumping off the bike, but he could not avoid the collision. The unidentified dirt bike rider was taken to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley with non-life-threatening injuries. Also in Luzerne County, a crash in Kingston Township sent a man to the hospital. A Jeep and motorcycle collided Saturday afternoon around 2:30 in Trucksville at the intersection of Carverton Road and Route 309. The man on the motorcycle was injured and taken to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley. No one in the Jeep was hurt. State police in Schuylkill County say one man stabbed another for urinating on his property. It happened Saturday night around 10:30 in Girardville in the 200 block of Main Street. Here's what troopers say happened. 40-year-old John Crete arrived home and saw 43-year-old Kevin Powell of Girardville relieving himself in the backyard. The pair began arguing, and Crete grabbed a knife from the house and stabbed Powell twice in the leg. Powell was treated and released. State police say they'll obtain a warrant against Crete. And police in Luzerne County are looking for the person who swiped copper wire from a high school. Police say someone stole a 150-foot spool of wire sometime back on August 10th from Northwest Area High School. That is located in Union Township. Now, that wire was valued at $1,700. Anyone with information about it is asked to contact state police in Shikshini. A tavern in the Poconos hosted a special party last night with a very special guest. It's the Pocono Pub's 87th anniversary, and they're celebrating by giving back to American servicemen and women. Eyewitness News reporter Monica Medea headed out to Bartonsville to find out about the special cause. For more information on Operation Touch of Home, just visit our website. That address, pahomepage.com. People in Luzerne County are taking on muscular dystrophy one sale at a time. It's an event called Garbage and Goodies. The goal of the rummage sale and Chinese auction in Plymouth is to raise awareness, support, and money for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. The organizer of the event, Amy Sienkiewicz, has a son named Noah who is battling Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Still to come this morning on Eyewitness News, a merry-go-round in Ukraine is taking kids back in time. We'll hop on this time machine and find out how this 18th century ride is operating today. Stay with us. More news, weather, and sports coming up right here on Eyewitness News. Remembered, yesterday my kids left the top off of the sandbox.
Okay, well,
So now it's
a mud box.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna have to let that dry out. So do you think the cooling, is this the gradual cooling for fall? Is that starting now?
Well, it's going to get warm again around here. We're not near fall yet. September can be a wild month with, hot and cold temperatures, but we're going to start to see that gradual decline in the temperatures. Yeah, we're getting into my time of
Football
year.
is starting. It's
That's
just
right.
weird watching it when it's so hot out.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Kevin. Still ahead this morning on Eyewitness News, A-Rod is out with an injury. What happened to the Yankees slugger and when he is expected back? We'll have that and more. And a familiar face is back with the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Pens, but he's not on the ice anymore. Colin Riccobon has it all coming up in sports.
You're watching WVRE Eyewitness News.
Welcome back. The tabloids have loved to speculate in recent years about potential pregnancies for actress Jennifer Aniston. This weekend, one plays out for her on screen, though, in The Switch. Mark Barger reports.
I'm having a baby.
When we come back, meteorologist Kevin Dirk will have one last look at your Sunday forecasts, and you're going to need an umbrella, believe it or not. But first, here's a check of what's coming up on Meet the Press.
Good morning.
Well, if you're just getting up, you'll notice it's raining outside, but it's coming and going all day, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately. We have some heavy rain going on, but today it's a soaker.
Well, let's
Yeah.
hopefully maybe they'll get some games in out in Williamsport.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, it's not going to be raining that hard out there later on, so hopefully.
All right, wish them luck. Thanks so much for joining us. That'll do it for us this morning on Eyewitness News. Remember to join us again at 6 and 11. Until then, have yourself a great day and stay dry. We'll see you back here shortly.
For Eyewitness News 24 hours a day, log on to pahomepage.com. On air, online, and on the go.